Hello and welcome to the 148th installment of the Synapse Misfire Podcast. I'm your host, Chris, joined by our other host, Jordan.
That's me.
Jordan.
What's up?
Jordan.
What? What do you want?
What I want is the platforms for this show.
So, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Radio Public, Spotify, Pocket Cast, and the RSS feed linked below. On YouTube, we have a video platform where it's this, but in video form. We also have Spotify, which supports video. And you can reach out to us via email, synapsemisfire@pm.me. Send us your comments, your questions, your concerns, and your death threats. Most importantly, death threats, of course. And we also have Instagram and TikTok, which I do promise. We'll get into it. We'll get into it a little bit. But it will be coming back. I'm just not going to bother doing it yet for reasons untold.
I'm
leaving. I'm quitting.
I'm
never doing
life,
this again.
Actually.
That's kind of cool, not going to lie. But yes, it will be coming back. So follow us, Instagram, TikTok. Check it out there. There should be some cool stuff coming that way. Perhaps a little bit of content.
We have a little bit of content creators. A couple of content
I'm going to post
creators.
one selfie. It's just a selfie. It's just me. And that's it. I never post again. Like, see, content. I told you content was coming.
It's you with one of those, like, stupid filters on.
Oh, my God. We were playing with filters before the podcast, like an hour ago. It was so funny because we were deliberating. We were planning out some stuff, and we just started fucking around with filters. And then I was like, hey, Chris, we were talking about this thing. He goes, oh, that's what we were doing.
Yeah.
Like, it was pretty funny the way it panned out. But, Chris, I've seen you a lot the last couple of weeks, but I feel like I haven't actually talked to you about, like, what's been going on? Your post-graduation, what have you been doing? I did see you playing some Fallout the other day while I was playing State of Decay.
Yes, I've been doing a little bit of that, and I'll talk about that a little bit later, because I got some updates, some lore.
Ooh, atrocity lore? Hell yeah.
So, I did that a little bit. I played a little bit of Minecraft last night.
Oh, don't get the bug.
Not too sure about how I'm feeling about that, you know?
There's a new update coming, you know. It's called, like, Trails and something. Do you know what it is? I don't really even know. I think it just involves...
Minecraft and the Trail of Tears?
That's some visual comedy for you. That translated not at all to the podcast.
I don't know. I've just been doing the same thing I always do.
Jerking off.
Well, yeah, but you know the other things I always do.
Has that increased in volume since graduating?
I can't say that it has.
No post-grad not clarity.
No, if anything, it's reduced in frequency.
I mean, that's probably good, honestly.
Yeah, no, dude. Because doctor said if I did it anymore, they would have to cut my dick off.
Oh. Shit.
And my balls too.
Because obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
There is something you've been doing that I want to shout you out for. I don't know if you want to talk about it. It's totally up to you. But you've been doing a little moving.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a fucking gym member, you know.
Yeah.
Bit of a gym member. What can I say?
We're a fucking swole guy over here.
I recently made the decision that, like, you know, I think maybe going to the gym is in order. Right.
Might be time.
You know, so I'm going. Alex is going.
A couple other boys are going with you.
Are going. You know, we're just going to the gym. You know, we go there, and I get on the. I've been doing like cardio because I'm like I just want to go, and make sure that my that I can like do other things. So I want to get like stamina and like, you know, do cardio for a while just so I can like operate normally.
I like your goal.
And then I can, get into like more hardcore stuff. My first goal here, right?
Very first on the checklist.
My very, very, very first goal is to actually go, which I have been going.
True.
So that's good.
That is step one.
That's step one. The financial commitment kind of
how
helps.
much is it as well for the?
It's $25 a month.
That's not too bad.
So, the financial commitment helps.
Yeah, because you don't want to waste it.
But my real goal here, my real like first step is this. I want to be able to go up the 80 billion flights of stairs to Jordan's apartment and then be able to recover within like 10 seconds instead of like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good goal. I like it.
So that's my goal is I want to go up to up to Jordan's fucking apartment and be like done. That's it.
Chris, you're going to be like, I think I can do it, Jordan. I'm like, do what? You're going to be like, climb all those stairs. I'm like, dude, I moved. And you're going to be like, fuck.
God damn it!
God damn it.
I'm gonna break into that building and then climb the stairs and go harass whoever's on.
It wouldn't be hard to break in. The doors don't work anymore since the fucking neighbors kicked them in. So,
Oh, so I don't even have to kick them in.
they're already kicked in for you. Just
All
walk right in.
Cool.
So,
So yeah, I've been a bit of a gym boy lately.
gym bro. Oh God, gym bro energy over here.
I'm a bit of a gym bro. I do steroids.
Are you gonna start setting up like your tripod in the gym and then yelling at people who walk in front of it? And stuff?
Yeah.
But difference is, like, instead of you being like, "What the fuck, bro?" You just grab this person and whip them out a window.
I rip someone in half. I rip someone in half.
People are just so ignorant. That's
Like,
like a fucking
dude,
guy crawling.
Dude, that annoys the shit out of me, seeing those videos of people like, this fucking asshole ruined my gym shot, ruined my shot. He walked in the way. Buddy, listen.
He walked in the way in a public place
Listen.
that he pays for.
I'm trying to exist, in a public place.
Yeah. Could you imagine you go to like Dunkin' Donuts to order a coffee and a lady's like taking photos of her coffee on the table and she's like, "You're in the background of my photo." I would be like, "Shut the fuck up. I don't care."
Listen. I'm gonna stand here. I'm gonna continue to stand here. Because I'm in line.
Yeah.
And if you complain about it, I'm gonna kill you. That's it. It's simple as that. I'm going to remove all of your organs from your body and sell them to people on the black market.
To fund my podcast.
Fund my shitty operation.
But yeah, you've been doing a little bit of walking.
A bit of a gym guy.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah. So I've just been like hanging around. I feel like I haven't done fucking anything the last like 2 weeks. Like in terms of the thing that I spend a majority of my time doing, working. I haven't done fucking anything at work significant, really.
Yeah, you've just been grinding.
I've just been like, right? So what I get in, and then I ask our boss like, "Hey, what am I putting in boxes today?" And then I put stuff in boxes, and then he comes and gets it.
Yeah.
All the boxes. So that's what I've been doing. And I feel like I haven't done fucking anything.
Yeah. Yeah, he had I made fun of him yesterday because we had a meeting over Google Meet and bro forgot to unmute himself twice.
Oh my
and was
God.
just talking and I just messaged him separately and I just said there's your Booms card. Like,
yeah.
Take it.
You're
You're like 85 apparently.
I don't understand. Dude, he's not doing himself any favors.
He's not. He's really not.
Well, we already make fun of him because he's old.
Yeah.
But he's
It's
gotta
funny
do
too because
old
he could
man
rip both
stuff.
of us in half, but that's all right. He can't catch me in my Yaris. 104 horsepower, get fucked, loser.
And that's why he's so scared of the Yaris.
Of course. Actually, I'll get into the Yaris, but something happened. It's not why I have the Cobalt today.
Oh.
I just didn't really feel like using my left foot. I was like, your left foot's taking a break.
It's a left foot rest day.
Yeah.
Fair.
Got the quads working overkill over here with, that super sporty clutch in the Yaris.
Yeah.
That kind of worked.
The clutch that almost clutches.
Almost. It's still better than the F-150. But.
Yeah.
So you've been living. A little bit of Fallout.
Yeah, I've just been fucking existing, dude.
Yeah. Dabbled some Minecraft. Going to the gym. You know what you sound like to me? You sound like a middle-class citizen.
Oh, well, I certainly am not.
Sorry, lower class citizen. We know you ain't upper class, so there's only one other place you could go.
I'm in the trenches.
The trenches.
That's where I live.
Poor Chris. This isn't even your house.
No, I broke into here.
Is that why you had me crawl through the basement window again?
Actually.
I thought you just liked seeing me crawling backwards. That's all.
No, well, yeah, but like, I we gotta get in here covertly.
Right. All right, Chris. Do you have anything else you want to talk about? Get this show back on the road.
Nothing really like for like updates.
No severe Chris updates. Do you have any firmware updates? Nothing like that.
No, nothing of the sort.
You know what did have a firmware update and broke?
Oh boy,
The
what?
Steam Deck.
Really?
Yeah, you know the thing that the Steam Deck is like getting a lot of praise for, which is the ability to suspend it. You probably don't know that, but that's like one of the big things that it has over like a Windows handheld is you just hit the power button and it's like a switch, goes to sleep, and it will keep everything running like flawlessly.
Okay.
Most Windows handhelds, it seems, Windows doesn't really like the idea of sleeping with applications open, so it'll basically shut them down or like make them crash and shit like that. or at least more frequently. And the Steam OS version was like flawless. So then they released a new update where now when you unsuspend a game, the audio's all static. It's just whenever like characters try to talk and stuff.
That's cool.
I'm like, damn it, bro. Right when the ROG Ally is about to come out too. Like,
yeah, what I've noticed is, in my experience using any Linux-based operating system, it's it works great for a while, sometimes for a long while. You're like, this is great, this is going great. And then something just like fundamentally breaks for literally no reason.
yeah. It just kind of goes, no.
Like something you have to kind of keep on top of maintenance of the operating system. And something like a Steam Deck kind of abstracts a lot of that away from you.
Because Steam kind of does it.
Yeah, but like even in general, like even the easier distros you have to maintain or just reinstall every so often.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's so fucking annoying to get to have like, okay, I've moved in. This is my operating system now. Let me use this for 8 months, and then some fucking feature is going to explode for literally no reason, and it's just one of those unsolvables.
Yeah.
Where you look up and you're looking through forum posts and you can't find anything.
No one's
about
ever
it.
run into
Yeah.
this.
Like recently, the reason I have the setup I have now, where I just have Windows 10 again, is that for some reason my second monitor, like it just stopped recognizing my second monitor. It would only recognize one at a time.
That's weird.
And
And
then
you
I
could
look-
alternate between them, like in the settings?
Well,
At
so
all,
I
or
could
no?
unplug one and it would recognize the other, but if I plugged in the second one, it would recognize only one of them. It would pick one.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah, and then I looked up a bunch of stuff and tried a bunch of stuff and nothing fixed it, so I just said, fuck it.
Windows 10, here I come.
Yeah, and like I feel like at this point in time, I'm kind of just... I've said this before, but I think I'm just like kind of done with the whole experimenting with like different... Like, I'll use it probably again on like some other computer, but on my main like desktop, I just like, I'm kind of done with messing around with it.
Yeah, I feel like you're at the same point with Linux as I became with cars, where I was like, oh, my car needs this, and Letsy's car needs that, and this car needs that. Let me work on it. And then I got to a point where I was just like, yeah, this is fun, but like I could pay someone to do this.
Yeah, like this is great, but like, do I really need to spend all my time doing this?
Exactly. And yeah, yeah.
And hey, if you want to spend all your time doing
More power.
that, sure, go for it. I don't really care. I just don't think it's worth my time in a lot of cases.
The limited time you already have, yeah.
Yeah, so...
No, I agree. I feel you there. So that kind of sucks to see suspend and get broken, but what are you gonna do? Right. So I'm sure it'll be fixed pretty quickly.
What are you going to do?
What are you gonna do about it? No, I'm sure it'll be fixed relatively quickly. They're pretty on top of that shit. So, but other things that have broken. Luckily, Chris, no catastrophic failures in my life recently. Nothing of note. That seems to have slowed down, which is pretty
surprised.
nice. But I was driving the Yaris the other day, and like, I still haven't quite figured out what happened, but I have a theory. I was driving, and occasionally the trunk doesn't stay shut, so I always lock it, right? So it has a key. I don't have a fancy button or anything, so I have to lock it with the key. Even though it stays shut, I always lock it because I've like had it pop open enough where it's like loose, and then you hear all the air, and it's very loud.
Yeah.
So I lock it. So I'm like, all right, it doesn't pop open. So the other day, I go to a park near us with Lexy, load the bites in. That was a whole other fiasco. Lock it. We're driving, going, and I hit a bump, and I hear like a sound, and then it gets very loud, and I'm like, I think the trunk might have moved. No big deal.
Right.
Driving, get home. I'm like, I'm gonna go check the trunk, see it's loose. It wasn't loose. I'm like, it's kind of strange. Drive the car a little more. It's still like just a little bit louder, and I can't figure out why. I'm like, well, I can't figure out why. I just don't know why. I'm like, what is making this louder? So I'm like, let me just like look and see if a new hole appeared. And sure enough, I go underneath the car, and back ass of the car, basically the trunk, there's a perfect baseball-sized hole punched through the floor. I'm like, that's probably where the noise is coming from.
That's a good guess.
So for context, I have that hole that I know about. The driver's seat, the carpet's ripped up, and the frame is exposed.
It's weight reduction.
So honestly, dude, this car is probably faster than it ever was.
Yeah.
Honestly.
It's all about how many pounds you can make the car not weigh.
Yeah. And I think I got a fucking sports car on my hands, honestly.
Honestly, like, even more so than it already was. I feel like the Yaris was, kind of the ultimate driving machine.
Honestly, yeah. And
I don't know what my dad's doing, dude. He's fucking rolling stuff around upstairs.
bro's bringing in a whole new furniture set for the kitchen. But I also taught Lexy how to drive it the other day. So we had a fire.
You finally did that.
Yeah, so we had a fire at Alex's, right? Like a weekend ago. And she was kind of like, well, you won't fucking teach me. And I was like, fine. I will sacrifice the Yaris to teaching your ass. So the next day, I'm like, all right, we have nothing to do, whatever. We're both, like, tired as fuck. I'm like, man, I'm sleepy. Even though we left at, like, a really good time at Alex's. I had, like, smoke inhalation disease the next day. So I'm like, all right.
He sits by a fire for, like, 2 hours and dies of smoke inhalation.
So I'm like, let me teach her how to drive. I'm like, we're gonna drive. So I tried to do what Giraffe Man did with me to an extent to, like, get her to feel it out. So first things first, we go to a parking lot. I'm like, all right, clutch in first, let out on the clutch until you feel the car start to pull and shake, and then put it right back down. I ever do that a couple times. Eventually, we start to get some rolling momentum, so I'm like, all right, now just let it all out slowly. And sure enough, we go. She does better than I did in the Miata. Like, she does perfect. And I'm like, all right, very good, cool. So we do that a couple times. Then I introduce gas. I have her out of gear and neutral. I'm like, just feather the gas. Just get a feel for when it's, like, kind of going, like, very quietly and not, fucking skyrocketing, because I don't have a tack, so she has to just hear it.
Yeah, you have no reference point.
Yeah, so I'm like, just get a feel for it. Luckily, her car being only 3 years newer and also a Toyota, very similar throttle, she was, like, immediately, like, perfect, got it. I'm like, all right, cool. Now I'm like, what you're going to do is give it that gas, put the clutch in first, and then just let out on the clutch consistently. Don't wait for it to start pulling. Just nice and consistently off the clutch, right? She does that flawlessly. I'm like, all right, you're looking good. We're doing good. Now we're going to do that a couple times. She does good. Like, now we're going to go to second. I'm like, all right, perfect.
Second gear.
So she does that. Okay, she's a little dumpy on the clutch going into second. I'm like, I still fucking do that. It's fine. You're good. And then she scared the shit out of me because at one point we're going way too fast. And she throws it in second and, like, was giving it way too much gas and had the wheel cut left. I thought we were going to flip, dude. I was waiting to roll over. I was waiting for the frame to keep going this way, and we keep going.
You probably wouldn't have rolled because the frame was going to split.
That's literally what I was waiting for. Like, it was horrifying in the passenger seat, feeling so helpless. I was telling our boss, I was like, I was about to pull the e-brake and start Tokyo drifting that shit. Like, just around the corners and shit. And I'm like, damn. So she does that all good. And then she made one big mistake.
One critical error.
Critical error that anyone driving stick should never do, and that's think about driving stick.
That's fair, yeah.
She started thinking about it. We were having a conversation the whole time, and she was like, I was surprised at how well she was doing, and I think she was pretty surprised too. But then we stopped talking. So then she started thinking about her moves. Immediately stalled 5 times in a row.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. It's got to be just...
Do it.
Yeah, you just go.
Yeah. You just do it, essentially. So she did pretty good. I taught her to drive the Yaris. I can't remember if that was pre or post hole in the floor. I forget. But yeah, she it must have been post because we went to that park before the fire. So yeah, she did all right. I was like, you wouldn't want to daily drive something like this. She's like, no, probably not. I prefer the automatic experience, but it's cool enough. I'm like, yeah,
fair.
It's got its charm. But yeah, she ended up learning. She did pretty good. Next step is to have Chris drive the Yaris, and I drive the Fiesta. Get a feel for it.
You know what I have been dealing with, actually, now that I'm thinking
Rod
about
knock in the Fiesta. Exhaust leak in the Fiesta.
So,
another wheel.
there's a common issue with the Fiesta that like the AC or like the zone like diverter that changes where the air goes
From like feet to head to defroster.
yeah, like the motor goes wonky and it starts making a bunch of noise, and it was doing that. I'm like, oh, that's fucking annoying.
Yeah.
And then it stopped doing that. It didn't do that for like when I told you about it. Between me telling you about it and now, it didn't do it once, or not now, but like yesterday. And then I said in the parking lot yesterday on my way out of work, I said to Alex, I said, yeah, the AC like zone diverter stopped making that noise. I get home and it started making a noise again. Why do I even bother?
You jinxed it, yeah.
Why do I even bother? I'm gonna set that car on fire. Like, you know.
That car is not reliable.
And thinking about it this way, I'm also kind of, I don't want to say fighting with insurance because that's not true at all.
They're just fucking you.
Yeah, I'm just trying to like look into switching insurance because ever since like some kind of incident happened.
Yeah. I vaguely remember like a Prius or something.
Yeah, some sort of incident.
Yeah.
Happened, and now
they're mad.
Yeah, now that little lizard fuck, the little
fucking gecko dude.
Yeah,
is that what he is? A
gecko?
Yeah.
The little fucking lizard bastard is like, you owe $300 a month, Jack.
Additional? Or just total?
Just total now.
Jesus Christ.
Which
I haven't
is,
paid $300 a month since I was like 17.
I haven't paid $300 a month ever.
Yeah. When I first got a car, that's what they wanted to, but my Explorer, that's what they wanted to insure it at. But the way we did it, it was my mom's name and stuff.
When I started my insurance on my Accent, it was $200 a month. And then it went down, and then it was like $140 a month or something like that. And then I blew up my Prius. And they were like,
that lady's car.
and they were like, hey, $150 a month more now. But they did ramp it up slowly. They're like, okay, now it's gonna be $220.
So what does that come out to? Like $1,850 more a year?
So it was now gonna be $220. Now it's gonna be $240. Now it's gonna be $295.
Now $350, bitch.
Yeah, like so. I'm looking at switching. I've gotten some better quotes from other companies, which would be nice. I just have to do a little more research, I think.
Yeah, that blows. That just blows. That's the problem I've always had with insurance companies is like they're there to insure you in the event of an accidental incident. Then you have an accidental incident, and they're like, "You fucking suck."
What have I been paying you for then, asshole?
They're like, Chris, we insured you for an accident. Yeah, and I got an accident. You're not supposed to do that, Chris.
You're not supposed to get into an accident. Yeah, no, I know, I understand that. I didn't do it on purpose.
Oh, you didn't just kind of go,
I didn't do it on purpose. So, and I've been driving for 5 years and haven't had an incident. Do you think you'd cut me some slack here?
like, no, absolutely not.
No, kill yourself, actually.
Actually, we'll do it for you.
Yeah, we're sending the lizard is coming to your house. He's going to kill you.
Dude, we're going to be like hearing the little pitter patter. What the fuck is that noise? He's just going to jump out of the ceiling and just slit my throat.
In the process of this, I got a quote from Progressive. And
Flo was like, yo, Chris.
Well, so here's the thing. It was like, when you do your quote, it gives you like 3 numbers at the end, okay? And all these were like pretty low numbers. So I'm like, okay, let's go for like the best. It gives you like a good, better, best. Let's go for the best because it says 190, okay?
Closer to what you were paying.
In giant letters. In giant text. Huge, unmissable text.
Like size 34 font.
Size 85 font. It's so big. It's like, start your policy for $190 today. And then in like -8-point font. So tiny.
And asterisk.
So tiny. I gotta like fucking bust out the electron microscope. I'm looking at the atoms of my phone.
The resolution of your display can't even pick it up.
That's how small this text is. It says, plus an additional 5 monthly payments of $303.
What?
Yeah.
So it's like $500
because it makes you think. Well, no, those are the other 5 months of the policy.
Oh, I got you. Oh, so $190 to start, and then
yeah.
Oh,
so
God.
it said. So basically, it makes it look like your policy is going to cost $190 a month
For
so that you sign up, and then you sign up and find out your payment's $300 a month.
after 5 months or 6 months, whatever.
So that's why I said,
Jesus.
if I get, I'm going to fucking smash the Geico Gecko with a snow shovel. I'm going to smash them, turn them into paste, and then I'm going to find Progressive Flo, and beat her to death.
Chris, she's a real lady.
That's not a threat. That's a promise.
Oh, jeez. So this is the end of the show. Chris is on the list.
I'm sorry, Flo. You're probably a fine person. I just dislike your company.
Yeah.
It's not her company, but
not even remotely. Yeah. She's just like an actress.
No, yeah. She makes for someone who's in advertisements makes crazy money though.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. She's the face. It's like the Gecko. They probably pay him a ton of money.
Dude, yeah. What do you think that Gecko's worth, bro? He's worth probably at least $50 million.
Probably like 45, 50 million. Yeah.
Then
you step on him and you go, "Oh my god! I just destroyed a $50 million Gecko."
I bet you the Gecko probably has private security.
Oh, I'm sure. You just see a bunch of dudes walking and they're like, "What are they escorting?" And then there's just a little fucking green guy just walking. And he's always talking with an accent for some reason. You're like, what the fuck is he talking about?
He's like an Australian gecko.
Yeah.
It's like, man, what are these dudes escorting? He's in a little Pope mobile.
Yeah, little tiny chariot. Yeah.
Or the president's car, the Beast.
Yeah.
Where the doors are fucking 8 inches thick because they're all armored.
Yeah.
He gets out of this fucking giant door, fucking. The hydraulics open it, and this little gecko steps down.
Fucking takes his sunglasses off.
Escorted by men with fucking M16s.
A sniper overlooking the entire street that he's on.
All the buildings are surrounded. There's snipers. There's a helicopter.
It's not even discreet. There's they are shoulder to shoulder, just lines of snipers.
There's a helicopter with a minigun pointed at anyone who walks near the gecko.
It's a fucking killing robot. It's a drone. Just sitting with a fucking gun attached to
Someone
him.
trips on the sidewalk, goes to break their fall, reaches out their hands and smashes the gecko against the pavement. It dies instantly, and they just get fucking blown to smithereens by this fucking Apache helicopter. Just fucking... The snipers fire. The fucking guys with the machine guns start shooting.
There's just a crater.
Dude, yeah. There's a hole in the ground where that person... There's not even... They can't even pull dental records. They can't even pull DNA.
I was gonna say, they shoot them so bad, they're already buried and there's a tombstone there. You're like,
Yeah,
what the fuck?
They don't know who this person is or was anymore.
It just fucking says Jane Doe.
Their whole lineage is dead. Their fucking whole family has been erased from history.
Oh my god, that's fucking crazy.
That's what happens when you kill the Geico Gecko, dude.
Dude, I like the idea of the person tripping and just kind of smacking them and like, oh no.
Oh, what was that? Oh no.
Dun dun dun. Oh, fucking Geico Gecko. That guy.
So fuck insurance companies, frankly.
Seriously. I just got renter's insurance finally.
So if your apartment blows up.
Yeah, if it blows up or I think gets robbed or an Apache helicopter shoots it down.
Like you accidentally kill the Geico Gecko and...
Yeah. No, they'll erase the policy if that happens. They're like, take them out of the history books, boy.
They fucking redact your social security number. Like it's
Pretty
you
much.
like you were never born.
Pretty much, yeah. So, yeah, I ended up getting that. Very cheap for renter's insurance, by the way. You can get it for between $100 and $200 a year.
Damn.
And they cover, my policy's $20,000. So it's pretty wild. Pretty wild.
Yeah, until you get robbed. And then they're like, okay, well, it's $100 to $200 a day now.
Yeah, true. Yeah, no, it's, then you pay a small deductible. It's a $200 deductible, and then they just get you all your stuff, basically. So it's pretty cool.
They spawn it back in. They use the Gmod prop gun.
Yeah.
They spawn.
There's
all
someone
your
else
stuff
out of the
back
gravity
in.
gun moving the building back in place after a flood.
Yeah.
A little to the left, a little bit more. Too far, hang on,
And
turn
then he
it.
accidentally moves it and hits the guy, and this fucking... You see him ragdoll away.
Oh my god. I've always said too, with the insurance, how much is Oscar worth? Reasonably.
That's probably a $50 million cat right there.
Dude, honestly, yeah.
This is literally a famous cat.
Literally, yeah.
Do you think those people who like actually have like famous cats, do you think they insure the cat?
Probably.
Like, because my cat's insured.
Well, that's just because he's a high risk.
He's a high risk patient.
Yeah.
Right. So my cat is insured, but I mean, do they insure him as like an asset?
Right.
Because my cat has medical insurance.
But not
So,
asset
like,
insurance, yeah.
Yeah, like I don't count him as an asset. He's not worth anything.
Actually, he's more of a deficit.
Yeah, frankly. But like, if you were the owners of like, I don't know, what's a famous cat?
What about fucking the grumpy cat that died? Like, was he insured?
Yeah, did he have life insurance?
No.
Was
Did they
bro
get a
just,
new grumpy cat when he died?
They spawned a new one in?
Yeah.
Did they have like, I don't know, I feel like, because you insure assets.
Yeah.
You know, if I had like just a bunch of gold, I would probably insure that. Yeah. Just to make sure, like, hey, if some like 19th century prospector breaks into my house and steals all my gold, I need to know that I'm gonna have some compensation.
Yeah. Yeah, true, dude. Yeah, like if someone blows up the cat, right?
If the cat gets shot by like a rocket launcher and dies,
do you get a new cat or like some compensation? Is it like what the fuck's it called? Is it like bereavement pay or something?
maybe, yeah. Or do you think the cat has like a security detail like the Geico Gecko?
Maybe. Yeah, just snipers posted up everywhere.
Yeah. I just think it must be so strange to be the owner of one of these cats or dogs or whatever, whoever's famous, doesn't matter, because you know, the content is always focused on the animal and never on the person.
Right.
Like I feel like
no one gives a shit about the person.
Of all the famous cats that I follow, like of all the cat pages I follow, I feel like the owner of the cat is only very vaguely involved.
Yeah, they're like a voice usually.
Yeah, and that's like, you know, that's fine. But imagine going out in public and someone sees you, like from the few times you have your face on camera, someone sees you and goes, oh, your cat is famous. Who are you, though?
Yeah.
Or, where is the animal? Bring him to me.
Summon the cat.
Summon the cat.
Like, summon him to your quarters immediately. You're like, I'm waiting for Starbucks, bro.
I'm in public right now. I don't have him with me.
They fucking draw a gun on you. You're like, all right, I get the cat. Bring me to the cat.
Bring me to the cat.
And then they see the cat and they're like, oh, hey, baby, and petting the cat. You're like, what the fuck is wrong with this person?
They attempt an assassination on the cat.
Oh, my God, no. And JFK, the cat. Cat's driving around in like a fucking a convertible. And all of a sudden you just hear fucking a high-pitched sound and the cat's head is gone. You're like, Jasper.
The cat gets fucking... There's like a cat Zapruder film where it's just fucking 1 second you see him do this and then the fucking cat's head gets erased. The cat got assassinated.
Oh my God.
You know what this cat did for... You know what the cat did for this country?
Yeah.
And he's dead now.
The cat was a national hero.
For real.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I always felt like if someone ever broke in, right, and stole stuff, that's fine. But if they broke in and, like, they killed Oscar or he got out because of that, I would find them. Like, I would find them. It would happen. I would fucking Sherlock Holmes that shit. And they'd end up like the GTA 5 torture mission, but, like, worse. They wouldn't be getting dropped off at an airport.
I feel like it would take a certain type of person to, like, break into your house and just kill your cat.
Dude, I'd be like a sleeper agent. You would not hear from me, and then suddenly I would make nationwide headlines for just like the most heinous.
There would be like a manhunt for you.
This criminal would have the most heinous act of violence committed against them possible.
like there's gonna be a chapter in history books about how fucking terrible.
Yeah,
this act of violence.
You know the guy who killed the gecko who got turned into a crater.
Yeah,
that's nothing. That's nothing compared to what's gonna happen.
Like you spent years torturing this guy.
Yeah, I'd be like 85 years old still torturing the guy.
Just yeah, for fun, and he still hasn't died yet.
Just because you break a bone, You let it heal. You break it again. You just do that over and over and over and over.
It's gonna get harder to break each time.
Exactly.
The bone keeps
Means it takes a little bit of more force. Dude, eventually this dude's just a giant callocyte.
Yeah, he's just fucking... He's gonna look terrible.
He looks like Diamond Head from Ben 10. Like,
you're gonna have to put
I'll start selling his bones.
Yeah, you're gonna have to like progressively increase the strength on the old femur breaker.
It's just like a fucking giant center punch that just punches you in the center of the femur and fucking snaps it. I'm telling you, like you could do a lot of bad things to me, but mess with Oscar, there would be national headlines, international headlines.
Headlines.
Dude, Europe would be afraid.
Europe would be afraid. Asia would be afraid. Africa would be afraid. Antarctica would be afraid.
The headlines would be so big that Kim Jong-un would step down. He'd be
would
like,
step down.
I'm out of here, dude.
He would step down and be like, this guy's too evil even for me.
Yeah, I'm fucking out of here.
I think you are going to be my successor.
All because someone broke in and saw this fat orange fucking shot him.
And then, yeah, I don't see Jordan for years. And then all of a sudden I'm on the news. I look on the news. And I see Jordan revealed as the new leader of North Korea. He's the new North Korean dictator.
Like, oh, I wonder what he did to get to that position. And then they show it, and you're just like, holy
he did
fucking
what?
shit. Oh my god. Yeah. I don't know. I've always been very protective of Oscar. He's just a guy, you know.
He's just a little dude.
All he wants is to like just rub. That's all he wants. He walks up to you and he's just like rub. That's all he does. He just slams into you like 10 times.
Yeah, and he was also not like particularly talkative, but whenever he meows, he's like,
Dude, I came home from D&D last night, and it was like 1:30 in the morning. I walk in and he's meowing. He's like, "Yo, what the fuck are you doing?" And then finally, I'm putting stuff in the bedroom, whatever, and I'm like, getting ready for bed, and he's on the bed just sitting there, like, "Bro, what the fuck? Come to bed, bitch." So I leave the room. And I come back, and he's just, like, staring like this at the door. And then he just lets out the most banshee-ish, like, fucking, just long, drawn-out scream ever, where I actually was so tired and flustered that I just turned to him, dude, shut the fuck up.
Oh, my God,
I was like,
shut
holy
up.
shit, you loud son of a bitch. And he was like, Jesus Christ, bro blew out my eardrum. Like, God damn. Thought I was with a fucking tiger. Like, Jesus.
A lot to say.
He was like, get your ass in bed, boy.
He was not happy with you.
He was not. Dude, D&D last night, by the way, fucking insane.
Yeah?
Pulled off the single most fantastic series of events ever known to man. Ever known to man. We were fucking raiding a vampire's house, right? We have to steal a bunch of shit from him, and he's like the all-powerful deity of these lands, right? And we had this plan, and it was executed so well. Technically, one of us died, but we got him back up. He was fine. He got knocked out.
Technically, one of us died.
But, dude, oh my God. Just the amount of tension last night. It was me and one of the guys we play with who were doing like a lot of the planning, and everyone else was just kind of following our lead. But, dude, the mathematical equations we were contemplating.
Let's fucking insert the payday pre-planning music.
Dude, literally, like, we went into like we pulled it up on the TV. We have a TV that lays on the table as like a board. Fucking zoomed out, looked at the map, measured this fucking footage to how long it would take this character to navigate the hallways to catch up to us. And then we had like a plane where he like teleported in and he fucking force fielded the vampire. And it was just enough time for us to like squeak out through a portal with like one of us like with a leg hanging off, the other one like fucking bloodied as shit. Like, oh, it was such a good series of events. We're a couple of thieves last night.
A little bit of thieves. What was that game? Thief? The one where you were a thief? And you stole things.
And you were thieving. Remember when they remade it? They rebooted it for PS4.
Did they?
Yeah. The PS4 version came out like 2014. People were like, wow, this game's like 3 hours long. Like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, I remember it not being particularly good.
Yeah. The originals were like a cult classic, though. They made a VR version. Not of Thief, but like a fan-made similar game. I don't know if that game ever fully got released, but it was in early access. That game was fucking fun. It was definitely early days VR, though. Like, I went back a couple years ago to play it, and I was like, ooh. Compared to, like, Blade and Sorcery, this sucks. But at the time, no blade and sorcery, having a hidden blade was pretty cool.
Yeah, seeing people play Blade and Sorcery is terrifying.
I love blade and sorcery so much.
I see videos on like TikTok all the time of guys just like they'll start a match and one person will walk up to them and like they'll swing their weapon and just it will hard cut to the person pinned up against the wall with like 800 swords.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Or there was this one guy who he was on like a beach and like one of the enemies walked up to him and he just had no weapon. He just wound up and punched him in the face.
My favorite thing about that is the physics force multiplier when you go in slow-mo. So, like, you punch someone normally, they're like, ooh, and they fall over. You put it in slow-mo and you punch them, and they just get skyrocketed. It's so good.
It was, I think he continued on. Like, he grabbed the weapon, punched this guy, he falls on the ground, grabs his weapon, and he just fucking beats him to death in the most brutal fashion imaginable.
Jesus Christ. They added dungeons a long time ago, and apparently it's gotten to be pretty big, so I have to go back and play that game.
Yeah, I should go back and play.
I went to play the Quest 2 the other day for the first time in like months. I was like, I have an hour of time. I really want to just play Blade and Sorcery. And I tried using my fucking air bridge to do like the seamless air link, and it just wouldn't work. And I was like, well, this was fun. It was a fun 40 minutes looking at menus. I'm out of here.
Yeah, that was neat.
It's fucking neat. It's like, fuck this. This is stupid shit. So I gotta get it fixed, but I gotta get it working because fuck, I love Blade and Sorcery. Even the Quest native port is pretty good too.
Yeah, I was thinking of just buying the Quest native port.
Just because it's simpler. We also have AirLink. Like, if your Wi-Fi is decent, you could probably play it through AirLink anyway from your PC, just streaming it anyway.
Perhaps.
Without a cable.
Perhaps. I've had AirLink. Like, I've used AirLink a couple of times.
Does it usually work all right?
It was okay. Like,
yeah.
Granted, the game I was using it for wasn't really supported.
Oh, yeah.
So it was probably just an effect of that.
Right. Yeah, no, it's so fucking awesome, though. I saw the VR announcements they just made. There's some pretty cool ones in there. Some pretty cool games in the pipeline.
Yeah, they just announced that new headset, didn't they?
The Quest 3, yeah. So, that headset's it's pretty nice. It's like a slimmed down, sleek version of the Quest 2. So, very slim. Uses fucking pancake lenses, bro. I like pancakes.
Pancake lenses?
That's what they call it, yeah, in order to make it super slim. So, they announced Asgard's Wrath 2, which is like their big. Apparently, it's a 60-hour RPG. The first one was a pretty big RPG. Chris saw Lady Doma Trash in VR. I was like, what? What I'm excited for, Chris, is what gets shown off.
Oh shit! We have a game coming out. Synapse?
Oh, yeah, look at that. I forgot to tell you I made that. Yeah, I think it was ass. I think I fucked up. I don't remember.
You made this?
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Actually, yeah, thanks, man.
Good job, Jordan.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Oh, but it's only PSVR 2. I'm going to shoot myself now. But the big one, what gets shown off next week, Chris? June 12th? Assassin's Creed Nexus VR.
Fucking
turbo spooled at you.
The computer just yelled at me.
But, yeah, Assassin's Creed VR finally gets shown off next week. So, or actually, June 12th. I don't think that's next week. I think it's the week after.
Oh, shit. Ghostbusters Rise of the Ghost Lord.
That game looks awesome. Like, that's a AAA ass game if you look at I don't know if that's the newest trailer they just showed on Thursday. That's like the original. That's the original. They showed a new trailer or whatever. It looks way better now. So, there's some cool shit, though, that's coming out. So, I agreed with someone, though, who was like, yeah, Quest 3 is great and all, but, like, where are the games? Like, we need
That's
more
a fair
games.
point.
So, they're getting there. Like, GTA San Andreas is still supposedly in the pipeline, so that'll be a cool one to play in VR, I feel like, especially because it'll be, like, the first of its kind, open-world crime sort of single-player game, right? So
yeah.
And if they do the driving, anything like they did in L.A. Noire, that was so fun. It was janky as shit because you physically would grab the wheel, grab the shifter, shift it, and then you do this to drive. You don't have like a thumbstick, so you have to physically turn the wheel. So it's kind of janky, but it was fun. It was pretty neat. So,
man, I wonder if there's any Little Kitty Big City news.
I don't know, but I'm kind of heated that they didn't show up at the PlayStation game thing, the PlayStation Showcase. We got to see Spider-Man 2, but like honestly, who cares about Spider-Man 2? Little Kitty Big City is like the big one.
LittleKittyBigCity.com.
Shit, bro.
Oh, the release date has been pushed to 2024.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh my god, man.
I hope I die. Not before I get to play Little Kitty Big City though.
Press kit. Can we request one?
Honestly, dude, I'm down.
I feel like we would need some sort of credentials, like
We like cats.
yeah, but like I feel like we don't have the same credentials as Games Radar or Kotaku.
You're right. We're Leeds better than them.
Okay, yeah.
we should try. You never know. You never know, man.
Let's see. Updates. Let's see. Their last update was, there was oh man, it's not looking good.
Could you imagine? There's the Xbox showcase next week. They're showing these games or whatever, and it's like nothing big. Starfield comes out, people are like, that's awesome, and then Little Kitty Big City just follows up Starfield, and it's just way better.
It just gets a 25-minute long standing ovation.
Yeah, like. Just absolutely incredible.
There's not a whole lot of...
Oh, what's their Twitter?
Oh, shit. Let's see it. Their latest tweet.
That's a pinned tweet. That's not the latest. Keep going.
I know how the website works.
I'm just making sure. I thought you were going to say that.
I was scrolling.
I'm just
if you
making
would have
sure.
given me a second, I would have found it. Last tweet was yesterday.
Oh, fuck yeah. What does it say? Read it to me.
Fuck off. I don't want to turn on notifications.
What does it say?
Good morning. Would you like to give Little Kitty a little kiss on their little forehead? Look at that little guy. Look at this little fucking dude right here.
That is a guy. That's a cute little guy.
Would you be interested in a little kitty plush? Yes.
Is that even a question?
I guess so. Not a whole lot of Little Kitty Big City news, unfortunately.
That's the only bad news, truthfully. I mean, they're active on Twitter, so it's not that bad. But
Yeah, no, it's not. It could be worse.
And it sounds like the eShop page just went live, so I don't think that would have happened if the game was going to be canceled.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's just, it's delayed. It's a little cyberpunk kind of moment there.
Yeah, just hopefully it actually launches and stuff. That'd be cool.
I hope it launches and has no bugs. That's
Besides
all
the ones
I
Kitty
really.
eats.
That's all I really ask for in a game now. Is I hope it works and doesn't have too many bugs. I'll excuse a couple of bugs.
But it's only natural. Like things happen. Even some of the best games
It can
have bugs.
It can have a little bugs as a treat.
Red Dead 2 had a good amount of bugs on launch. The difference is they weren't game breaking.
I think
they were funny little ha-has.
I think you can make up for a buggy game with a fantastic story. Mm-hmm. But it has to be the bugs can't be too egregious, and the story has to be fantastic.
Yeah, well, because if you took the Cyberpunk level of bugs and put that on Red Dead 2, it would not have been nearly as good of a game. Think about calling cars, how they crash through buildings. Imagine if you whistled for your horse and it fucking came flying through a building. You'd be like, what the fuck?
Imagine if you whistled for your horse and
it T-posed on its way to you.
You whistled for a horse and it spawned on a roof. That's what happened in The Witcher 3 all the time.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen anymore, as far as I know.
Right. But yeah, shit like that. So there's a limit to what's acceptable, but Red Dead 2 at launch was pretty acceptable.
Yeah, I think it's games now just have a different philosophy of well, we don't have to get this right the first try.
We can get it the third or fourth try.
We can put out a day one patch, which is all the bug fixes we had since the version that's on the disc. And then we can have a day 2 patch to fix all the bug fixes from the day 1 patch. And then we can have a day 3 patch.
And then a week 2 patch.
And then a week 2 patch, a week 3 patch, a week 4 patch.
And then maybe the game will launch around
apology
that time.
Title card. One of those little fucking boilerplate apology cards. Oh, speaking of which, by the way, you know how that fucking piece of shit Lord of the Rings game
Gollum
came out?
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings Gollum. They put out a apology, one of those little apology card things. in which it referred to the game as the Lord of Ring Gollum.
You're yanking my chain right now.
No, dude, this is real. Dear players, we would like to sincerely apologize for the underwhelming experience many of you have had with The Lord of Ring Gollum upon its release. We acknowledge and deeply regret that the game did not meet expectations that we set for ourselves or for our dedicated community. Please accept our sincere apologies for any disappointment that this may have caused.
All the disappointment, you mean? Like, what do you mean any?
Yeah, it's
what do you mean
all
any?
the disappointment.
Your entire fucking... You wasted space on my hard drive with your shit.
Our goal as a studio, and as passionate The Lord of the Rings fans, has always been to tell a compelling and immersive story-driven adventure.
And you did neither.
What a fucking strange way what a strangely put together sentence. Our goal as a studio and as passionate Lord of the Rings fans has been to tell a compelling and immersive story-driven adventure. Not an immersive story. Tell a story-driven adventure.
Yeah.
Did they have ChatGPT write this? Like
they very well may have.
I feel like the next one they put out is gonna be fucking. Sorry, it's an AI language model. I can't. What else do we have here? At Daedalic, which I guess is the studio name, yeah.
Yeah, Daedalic Entertainment. They've made good games too before.
We understand that a game's success relies on the enjoyment and satisfaction of its players. We genuinely value your feedback and have been actively listening to your voices, reading your comments, and analyzing the constructive criticism and suggestions you have provided.
Like, no, don't release the game, take it back.
Our development team has been working diligently to address the bugs and technical issues many of you have experienced. We are committed to providing you with patches that will allow you to enjoy the game to its fullest potential. Once again, we deeply apologize for any inconvenience caused, and we appreciate your understanding during this time. We will continue to keep you updated on our progress and provide transparent communication regarding the upcoming patches and improvements. Your passion and dedication as players have been the driving force behind our determination to make things right. Thank you for your support. Sincerely, Daedalic Entertainment.
You know what I heard this game referred to as, Chris, right?
Shit?
A slave simulator. That's what I heard it referred to as, because apparently for the majority of the game, for like 80% of it, you are in prison, being beaten and given little tasks to do to survive.
Wow, that sounds awesome.
So...
My favorite thing about the game is how this little fucking thing looks, because...
And his animations. Look at the one to the middle, second row down middle.
This?
What the fuck is that?
This dude right here?
Dude,
I know what Gollum looks like.
that ain't him.
I'm not a Lord of Ring fan. Really.
I am, yeah.
Like, I understand that it exists, and I'm not saying I hate it. I'm just saying I haven't watched it or read the books or whatever.
Same.
Right? I know what Gollum looks like. I know that's not what he looks like.
No.
Look at him.
Yeah. You know what Lord of the Rings game is absolutely excellent, though? The Lord of the Rings Conquest. That's like the greatest fucking thing ever. Dude. What the fuck
He looks so fucked up. Why does he look like that?
Oh, man. Who
greenlit this?
Seriously, like a major blockbuster series too. Like not even like a fucking little indie game made by some dev that's never made anything. But like that's a $1 million fucking brand.
Yeah, I don't understand how they ended up with that IP.
I don't think they have it anymore, I bet.
Yeah, like how do you end up with the Lord of the Rings if you can't make a video game?
Is it that cheap to buy? Like could we just buy it? If
do you
they
think
got
we
it,
could
we must
buy
be able to.
rights and make a game?
Yeah, what the fuck? I could make a better game. Like Jesus.
Honestly, like I feel like if you're gonna make a game, sure, whatever. Like you don't really need too much oversight if you're just like an indie studio. But I feel like if you're going to make a game that is tied to an extraordinarily popular series, I feel like the people who are interested in that series continuation would want to have, keep a very close eye on you.
You would think so. Yeah.
You would think so, yeah.
And they wouldn't be very hands off or anything, but man, that is just bad.
Yeah.
Like
the Lord of Ring. Your apology about the game being shit needs patches, bro. You need to update it.
the fact
the
that
Lord of Ring?
Gollum, imagine if they spelled Gollum wrong. Oh my god. That'd be ridiculous. But like this new trend of apology cards, by the way, not for it.
Oh yeah, no, it's every game.
It started with Cyberpunk as like the big one when they did their little card and it like made sense. I was like, oh, I get it. And then now every game just does that.
Every game that comes out, it's like the first few days are just like, sorry, the game is shit.
Yeah.
And that's why it's just not worth, like, even more so than it was in the past. Like, it's just not worth buying games early on anymore.
Yeah. Not unless you just know or you see it and, like, it's good. Like, there's definitely plenty of good games that come out, but it's not worth pre-ordering more than anything.
No, it's definitely not worth pre-ordering because, at least feel it out first. And that's kind of probably what I'm going to do with, like, Starfield when that comes out. Is like, I want to feel it out and just be like, is this going to be any good? We'll see. And if it's not good, I'll just, whatever. And if it's okay, I guess I'll buy it. But, like,
yeah, most
of this shit, like, who cares?
Yeah. There's few games that I don't pre-order. So, like, I never pre-order any of the Call of Duties or anything like that. But, like, a game I want, I'll usually pre-order if it's on Steam because their refund policy is so legit anyway.
Yeah.
Every other platform, like Epic and stuff. Epic's not bad. They do have a refund policy. Theirs is a little more difficult, but like Uplay, I don't really like pre-ordering on there. But like, for example, Assassin's Creed Mirage, like I know I'm going to play that. So I'll probably end up pre-ordering that closer to release. I won't do it like now. I don't do that. Like, let me pre-order this 9 months in advance.
Yeah.
Usually it's like the week before. Like, I get paid the week before this game comes out. I'm going to pre-order it. Like, that's usually how I do it.
Yeah, the only times I've pre-ordered games is like if I know it's something I'm going to play.
Yeah.
For certain, like Red Dead 2 when it came out on PC, because I had already played it. I know I'm going to play it again.
Yeah.
So I pre-ordered that. Cyberpunk, I knew I was going to play it, so I pre-ordered that.
Yeah.
So.
I actually realized something, Chris. I forgot Red Dead 2 came out on console first. So all this time I thought I've done 2 playthroughs. I've done 3. Because I did the PS4 one on launch. I see. So I totally forgot about that.
I forgot Red Dead 2 came out.
What's Red Dead? Never heard of it. But, yeah, I don't know. Pre-ordering is just like... It used to make sense when, like, you had to actually order a physical item, not just a digital activation message.
Yeah, have you seen the videos of people getting phone calls from, like, GameStop? Saying like, hey, 10 years ago you pre-ordered
Dead Island 2.
You pre-ordered Dead Island 2. You put $5 on it. I was just wondering if you still wanted that.
Yeah, I've been seeing that. Dead Island 2 is so fucking exceptional, by the way. That's so good for a zombie game. It's no Red Dead, but in terms of like what you should expect from a zombie game of that nature, it's so good. It's like, it's so fun. Fucking love that game. I haven't even beat it yet, truthfully either. Like, I've been taken away at it so slowly. I'm like 10 hours in. It's so fucking good though. The gore system is so impressive. So
I may have to take a little look.
I just wish it wasn't Epic exclusive. That's kind of yucky, honestly.
I think I've gotten over that.
I'd be over it if I wasn't now primarily on the Steam Deck. Like on PC, it's not a problem.
Oh yeah, no, that's
PC
fair.
It literally does not matter.
Like that's my thing. Is like I just don't. I hate that I have to have like games launchers for like different platforms.
But it is what it is.
But it's Steam and Epic are the ones that like you're gonna have if you have these games. And then like all the other ones you don't really need because the games you're gonna find are on Steam or Epic.
Right.
Like you're gonna find like you're never gonna need the fucking Bethesda launcher. Or whatever.
Because you're just going to get them through Steam.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, just buy the game through Steam, and it's not a problem.
Yeah.
So, that's my thought.
You would think, by the way, developers...
Usually I don't.
You would think if you wanted someone to use your platform, Chris, right? So say Steam. Steam takes a percentage of the game price. So if you have a $60 game on Steam, you would think if you want someone to use, say, Bethesda Launcher, you'd maybe make it 40, 50, since you don't have to pay anyone those sort of like royalties.
Yeah.
But no, they still want you to pay the 60 and
install
yourself.
another stupid launcher.
Yeah, so it's like, why? I don't know. It just seems dumb.
Why do I have to go out of my way to install your shitty launcher?
And they never maintain it.
Yeah, that you don't even update or work on, when I can just buy the game on Steam and you make 45% less money.
Yeah.
And if I refund it,
you made negative.
You lose that. Steam keeps their cut regardless of what I do. Regardless of what I do, if I refund the game, Steam's keeping the fucking $35 or whatever, or $25 or whatever they took from that purchase.
Yeah.
So,
which is definitely a little egregious, but that's okay.
A little, yeah. I think Epic, their percentage is a lot smaller.
I think it starts at 15 and goes up after the first million made.
Which is like, if I was going to put my game on a platform,
it would probably be that, yeah.
And I can put it on Steam, and it's really easy to get on Steam, but like, they're taking 45% of the money that I make.
Just to be like, hit play.
Or I could put it on Epic. It's a little more difficult. Not even that much more difficult. And they're taking a third of that.
Yeah. Until I make over $1 million.
Yeah,
like,
which,
that's a lot of money.
Some indie guy, like, I'm probably really not going to approach that with my game. So
yeah, unless it's like a smash hit, and even then, like at that point, you made $1 million. Like,
exactly. Yeah.
So
I just think that's I feel like that's Epic's whole party trick, and I think that's why games are there. But
yeah,
I definitely do hate these fucking stupid exclusive launchers.
Yeah.
Or when you install a game on Steam or whatever, and it launches a launcher. Yeah. And it was like, I gotta make an account with this fucking stupid shit now.
My big issue at the moment is DRMs and always online. Not so much DRMs, but always online is a big one.
Always online is stupid for 90% of games that have it, because most of these games are single player that have it for some reason.
Right. What
like, why do I need in my story-based game? Why do I need it to be online all the time? Why do I need this stupid aspect of it? It makes no sense.
Right. Yeah, the only issue I have with DRM, which is very rare, but every time, I don't know if you know this, but every time you go and you use a new Proton version, it counts as a new system. So you can only use 5 different Proton versions a day, or you lose the game for 24 hours. So when you're trying a new game and you don't know if it worked, and you're trying different Protons to see, you could lock yourself out. It's more so for old games.
That's cool.
But the good news is you just go to ProtonDB and you find out what version you use.
Yeah, that's weird that it has to pull like a new thumbprint every time. It's probably some fucking technical thing that I would understand if it was explained to me, but like I
don't care.
I don't care. Yeah. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah. But
I don't care.
That's all I got.
I don't care.
All right, neither do I. Whatever. What are you still doing here?
I don't know.
Why are you here?
Jordan.
What?
This has been a show.
Has it? Has it really?
Yeah, I think so.
Has there been enough Little Kitty Big City for this one?
For this one, yes.
Okay.
We'll have to discuss next time around.
What do you want, though? What is your ask of me today, Chris? What do you have for me?
Platforms?
Oh, fucking pull out the party trick every time. Oh, so funny. He says it fast. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Radio Public, Spotify, Pocket Casts, and the RSS feed, all linked below. There's also YouTube and Spotify, the video platform. Contact us via email, synapsemisfire@pm.me. Send us your comments, questions, concerns, and death threats. It's Instagram and TikTok. It's all linked below. You figured it out by now. Go fuck yourself.
I'm taking a nap.